Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, man. Nice 7, let's go. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, tight. 45. Yeah. Come on. Now watch one. Check 45 to Mike. Go. Check 45 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Pittsburgh. 54. Come on, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Who that? Hey, check 20,
Now a handoff looking right. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
59 mark. Check.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ready, break. Ready, ready.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Second and 15. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming to you. Coming to you.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the double. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Exit. Switch. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Head up. You're out. Watch safety creep. Watch it. Go.
On third down, Love. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Here we go. 15 lining, 15 lining. You got nothing. Check. Hey. Fresno.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Defense wins championships, baby. Kill.
On second down, McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Check 3. Check. Lucky. Go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Ready, set. Check. 45 to Mike. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Big stop. Let's go.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Love. It's Kelsey on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check, 59, 59. 3 buzz. Check 59.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by James Bradbury. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Off the play fake. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Yep. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Check 4. No. Hey, ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Love. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Agba. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Love. He's going to look deep for more. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
He can't have it. He's not going to get me.
Now back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, fellas.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Mike 54. Mike Neal. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Out.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 65 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 45 to mine. Go, go. I got you. 40. Set hut. 45 is mine. 40. Set hut.
From the gun, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Patrick Owasor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Love. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Check 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch QB drop.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Banks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All day, just like that. Ready.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Every day. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Sit. Nothing to do. 45. Yep. Mike 45. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Sit hot. Ready.
Back to throw. Love. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think.
4 down. Check. Watch it. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Let's get off the field, D. Charlie. Set, go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Going up top. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 23-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off play action. Love. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Falcons on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Falcons.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 31-yard line.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, okay?
They'll run it now out of the gun. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, man.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards. And the Panthers.
On first down, Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over.
Panthers 28.